Right, we are live and we are looking at banter bubbles again for the second time today, and things are looking slightly greener than they were earlier today. TWT, we need to figure out what the hell that thing is. PulseX doesn't count, not interested in that. AAVE had a nice pump off setup we gave yesterday. Rollbit we can deal with. ADA looks decent. Maker we're going to deal with today. We've actually also taken a couple of shorts. We're going to take you through some short setups we are looking at. One of the shorts we are in right now is STMX. I'm also interested in a gala short, which I'm going to tell you about. And then we're going to update you guys on gold. We're going to update you guys on the S&P. And we're going to look at this BTC dominance, because BTC has just pumped straight into the 200-day MA 618, and dominance has started pumping, and these altcoins have just kind of hung around. So we need to get our heads around what's going on there. So take a look at this current dominance situation. As you can see, this is the dominance daily. BTC is just pushing straight through this resistance zone, and this is daily resistance, guys. This was quite a strong area, which we didn't really expect dominance to just fly through like that. So our next hope for dominance to reject is either going to be here at this exact area right now, maybe give the alts a breather, or we're going to look at this 200-week MA over here that's coming through. So these are the next two zones that we could expect something from the dominance to give us something for these alts. Let's take a look at BTC again. So this is the BTC chart that I was taking you guys through earlier on Sheldon's show today. And we've zoomed in on the 15 minutes, and we're going to use this during this session. So what we were discussing was the two options for BTC. At the time we were sitting down here, we were saying our target was either going to be this trend going up for the short term, or we were looking at this region over here, which is the 200-day MA and 618. And BTC has just popped straight through this thing, had a little rejection, and now it's looking quite aggressive again at this area. So, you know, maybe a little bit more upside here, maybe a bit of a squeeze brewing, even into the 786 could be our next target. So 28,200, 28,300 could be in range now during this session. And we're going to keep our eyes on this dominance too, because we want to unleash the fury in some of these alts, and they need to play a bit of ball here for us. So let's just take a quick look at the S&P as well. We are still just dripping slowly into my zone. I would expect that we should get here within the next day or two. I believe there's some unemployment claims news tomorrow, or non-farm payroll coming out. Maybe that's going to be a catalyst. Maybe that's going to give us a little move lower that we're looking for. If we do get a bounce, guys, at any point, whether it's now or at that area, we are watching this gap very closely, because we know that these gaps often get filled, and sometimes they just send the price straight up only to reject again. So right now, the main areas to watch on the S&P is still this 41,180 to 41,200, and then the gap higher up, call it 4,400. So those are the zones we are on for the S&P. The Dixie has been treating us well. Dixie is rejecting, and you know, we saw the setup brewing now for a couple of days. We were planning this little move down, and again, Dixie wise, we're just looking for this little move here, just to give us a little bit of joy, a little bit of happiness. Some green candles maybe in some of the other markets would be lovely. So we just want this Dixie to drift down. You know, we'd ideally want to see that, but let's just deal with a Dixie move down to this 105.8 first, and then we'll see how we go. Okay, so let's tackle some of these alts, like AAVE yesterday, which is one of my dream setups. You guys know how much I love this stuff, where we get AAVE sitting on like a 382 on horizontal, on trend, and this is exactly what we were looking for, and it blew up perfectly for us. Just 1 second, please. Sorry, guys. I am in a restaurant, for those of you that were wondering. So yeah, it's still carrying on. Apologies for the disturbance there. Okay, so this AAVE move was epic for us. We took it off the 382 and blew it up so nicely now. And now it's looking like we could see a little bit higher. So we did get this double top here, but I am watching this area over here, the 75 region. That is what I'm looking for. So if we do get to push higher, look for some kind of rejection over here on AAVE. Pullbacks, again, we're still going to watch this area, but right now there's no new trades. But this was a lovely move yesterday. So let us know, guys, in the chats if any of you took it. I know we were 50-50 on it from a LuxAlgo perspective, but I was enjoying the setup. So it's what we wanted to see, and we got a nice move there. It looks about 12%. So let us know who took it. Dan says no music, no vibe. Dan, I agree. We've got some music issues here that we're trying to solve for you guys. We need our magic music, you know. It's the trading music that we need. So DJ Dave is also going to make us some tracks, and we'll keep it going in the background. I see Bobby says WLD looks so good. Well, we're going to deal with that too. Nice one. Rodolfo's here. How's it, Rodolfo? Matt says smash the likes, or like the smash. Anything along those lines. Okay, cool, guys. Let us know who took AAVE. If you've closed, I had a TP on AAVE at 67. I had proper FOMO when I woke up because it already pumped. I was actually telling the guys earlier, I opened my trading platform and I thought I'd been liquidated on it because the trade was gone. And then I remembered I'd had a TP at 67. So it just pumped a little bit, closed me, and then carried on going. But look, a winning trade is better than a losing trade, I suppose. So we'll take it. Nice. Tim says he took AAVE as well. That's awesome. Okay, guys, let's look at the short that we're currently looking at. So this is this STMX that we were setting up yesterday. We spoke about it briefly. One of the guys watching had shorted it, I believe, and they wanted to know what the targets were. Our target is still this 50-day MA, 0.000571. That's the target. The reason this looks like a nice short is, you guys, you can see this trend here. We lost this trend, retested, bang. Okay, so that confirmed that our downtrend was on. Then we started pumping back. Where did we reject now? 618 and trend. So that looks like a possible continuation of this downtrend. And where's that going to take us? Well, I'm expecting that to take us to our target. So the bulls, you want to be long lower down here. Let's see if we get something in this region. Otherwise, if we do get this break, guys, you know what to do here. You know that plan. I talk about it every day. Just let it break, let it come back. But right now, the most probable short situation here on STMX for me looks like a short scenario. So that is why we have shorted this thing. Stop-wise, you could look for stops above this candle, but to be safe, you'd probably look for one more wick higher just in case it does try and push you out. So maybe just give it a little bit of breathing room, because you know what these guys do. They come for your stops quickly and then turn it over. So just keep your eyes on that guy. Matt says he took some extra sleep. Okay, and Sheet BU, the full U, says he's long STMX. Okay, let us know from where you are long STMX, and then we can maybe help you. Cameron, yeah, Cass is moving. Okay, so Cass was sitting on that trend line, which we're going to deal with, and Cass might be now pumping back up. So if you are in Cass off that trend line, I think there was a trend in the 382, then you should be doing quite nicely, yeah. Quinnet says he loves some music, but he doesn't like the same track on repeat. Okay, cool. Guys, don't worry. We're on it. We're on the music thing. But yeah, it's very lonely in here without some beats. Okay, let's deal with DYDX. Still doing next to nothing. Yesterday, after yesterday's session, we were talking about a possible short setup on DYDX, guys. We were somewhere, I think we were somewhere around here yesterday, watching the 618, and we were saying if we get the pump up, it's going to be a short opportunity for the bears. And what happened? It pumped up 50-day MA, bang into trend, bang into horizontal. So you were dished out a short opportunity there, and now you are short. You are looking for targets. You're either looking at this 1.957 or potentially this 1.915 region. So both of these targets are still on, unless a miracle happens here with BTC. I'm not sure what's going on. This dominance needs to be dealt with. I mean, it's just ripping here at the moment. Let's do a BTC update. Here we go. Yeah, so rejected again. Dave, I'm going to need Dave and his Keltner channels. I'm going to call in Dave here for SFP. This might be a short opportunity here for BTC. Dave, I'm going to pull you in here quickly. Welcome to the party.
What's up,
talk
guys?
to me about BTC. Are we short at these levels?
Well, definitely we've pierced through the Keltner channels. There's an order block on the 15-minute actually. It definitely feels like a resistance area. I think it's a good call to potentially take a short.
Okay, so yeah, we are in 618 fib. We are in 200-day MA. We are in LuxAlgo order block, 16% order block. You can see BTC has had 2 cracks at this area. Looks like it could be potentially reversing here. So eyes on this area, guys. If you are bearish BTC and you're looking for shorts, this could be an opportunity. I still can't believe this dominance. Sure. How's that, Dave? Dominance just pushing, pushing, pushing. These alts didn't even breathe there when BTC moved. Okay, let's move on to optimism. We are still looking at the same setup from yesterday. We lost that trend. If you remember, we were somewhere around here yesterday, pushed up into the bear zone, bang, 382 trend, and now we're rejecting. So this short is still in play on optimism, depending, well, if BTC rejects hard here now, then we're going to see nice areas on optimism. This is what I was suggesting earlier today, this 1.23 that ties in with this wick quite nicely here. So let's see how that goes on that downside there for BTC. If BTC continues to push now and creates this 618 as support and the 200-day as support, well, then you're going to potentially start seeing these alts break into these areas and find new supports and then push up. But right now, what we're looking at is BTC at rejection country, alts at rejection country. So potential downside coming here for these alts. Render's just jamming in our flag that we put together yesterday. Lots of up down for render here. It's respected this area nicely, other than this wick. So they came down to close a few stops out, sent it back into the flag, and there has been some trading happening in this flag. So, you know, there have been moves, 5% moves in this flag, up down each time, and you can play this flag until it breaks, obviously. So let's see what happens next. Next move is down here. Let's see if we do get this breakout, guys. We are looking at a resistance zone just ahead of us. 200-day MA and horizontal right here. Let's see if we've got some order blocks on the lower time frame. Nothing up there in that area currently, but for me, it's a resistance zone. And if you are still long render, that it should be a zone where you want to look to TP, take something off the table, maybe de-risk your situation. Then we do have the 618 a little bit higher up. So maybe a little fake out and rejection. That could also be on the cards for us, guys. So a couple of options here still playing out on render. AVAX is another one. I want to show you guys something incredible. AVAX pushed through the 50-day MA, which we were talking about the other day. It broke through, it found support, and then it ripped through to the 10.2 level that we were hunting. And now you want to see where this thing rejected. No surprises here. Look at this thing. 618 rejection for AVAX. The science comes again to help us all. And now we're waiting. AVAX was either come down. We're looking at this area here, 9.75, or we want to push up again, find support, and then we can go. So guys, if you were long AVAX, that 618 is your TP zone. This was your horizontal, and that's where you want to be getting out of these moves, especially if you're trying to trade short moves. We've got Bruce here as well. Bruce, are you getting lonely in the back there?
I thought you didn't love me anymore. That's all I can say.
Bruce, welcome. Better late than never.
What's up, Bruce?
What's happening? So,
Going well.
Bruce, you took that short.
I am in that short with you, the STMX, okay. And I'm in TRB with Dave. Both look good. We'll see what they do.
So Dave called a TRB long yesterday, and then earlier today I did Sheldon's show, and I was watching TRB as well. And Dave, tell me if you agree with the setup. I mean, do our setups look similar?
Yes.
This is the TRB that I was tracking. Is this what we're watching?
Yes, I have a trend line that's drawn from the bottom left to the top right there. But yeah, it looks very similar, and I am expecting some kind of breakout. Seems to be holding strong with the amount of alts that are bleeding right now. But
okay.
It really hasn't moved. It's just kind of just sitting there,
Mm-hmm.
which means I think it's going to pop at some point.
Okay, so look, guys, it can go any way. We know that we like this sniper zone, which is this area around the 618. Doesn't have to be bang on the 618. What I do like as support, there are 2 wicks down here, 44, maybe just below. So that is support. If we start losing that support, guys, I think it's pretty obvious we are heading lower. Just wait for the candle to close though. If they, if they come here and they dip us lower, you want to see this candle close. If the candle closes below, then it's on for downside. Closes above, they might send us higher. So just watch the support area here at 44. But the safest play on this TRB is to just trade it when it breaks, trade it when it gets support. Small size, this thing can move quite fast, I think. But yeah, Bruce, I think ideally you just want to, if you want to, I mean, Bruce might grab the break here. Hey, Bruce, do you like to grab the break and buy more?
I put a small position in where it is right now. And if it breaks, I'll put the rest of the position in.
Okay, cool. So here, guys, so the what do we call it? The higher risk play is to buy it down here in anticipation for this break. Okay, then you can add on the break or you can add on the retest. So there's a couple of ways to skin this one. You'll get a nice tight stop in here anyway if you buy it deep down. So
Dylan, I highly recommend we take a look at STMX now because it literally just banged on the trend line, just right there. So if it's going to reject, it's going to do it right now. Or
so eyes on STMX. Let's see how we go. Look, it's been in a nice downtrend. If there's anybody there in the chats who knows a little bit about STMX, I'm sure maybe Rodolfo can throw his 2 cents in there.
For sure, Rodolfo.
I've been watching you on Twitter, Rodolfo. You seem to know your stuff. Drop your Twitter handle here in the chat, Rodolfo. Let the guys follow you. Okay, so yeah, we eyes on this area, and this is a resistant zone. So the same way we would trade these longs, we trade the pullbacks onto the trend long. We do the same thing. If you want to be short, you just look for the stronger zones, and a 618 is a strong area. Trend is a strong area, and that's why we like this setup. Okay, so we'll keep watching this guy. Cool. And NM therapy long Doge, guys. Let us know. Adolfo likes TRB. Let us know what you guys are trading. I want to know what you in, and I want to know why you didn't tell us, for example. Because if you're trading, you need to let us know, and we can trade it with you guys. Okay, so let us know. Okay, AVAX still rejecting. XRP, we dealt with this briefly on Sheldon's show. I saw a request for this again. Yeah, shitcoin, I hate XRP. And it did exactly what we really expected. They sold the news very quickly, and I think everyone's now tired of XRP news and whatever that's about. So they sent it back down, and it's barely hanging on to the support here. This is the 200-day. This is the 200-week. If we lose that, guys, we coming here. 50-day MA. We lose that, we coming here. 0.49. So yeah, not my best one to trade. It's very news-based. So unless you know when announcements are coming out or court rulings or things like that, maybe you can time your trade on XRP and then jump out when you need to. And again, just to note, even though there was good news on XRP, look where it reversed. Okay, these are areas you will find in the Banter Discord. These are rejection zones that we put in there for you every day. So that should help you with your trading. Oh, and guys, if you are in the UK and if you are in Canada, Bitget is offering an opportunity to match your deposit up to $100. Okay, so if you don't have a Bitget account, or you're in Canada and the UK, you can sign up to Bitget. Get the link below. They're valid for like 9 days or something. So sign up, get it. If you put $50 in, you get $50 to trade with. If you put $100 in, you get $100 to trade with. And it's only available for, I think, till the 14th of October. So make sure you grab that. It's free money that you can do whatever you want with. Well, you can leverage it, ideally, and we can use it to trade. So that could help start your trading here on Bitget. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Link, there was a question for Link. So David and I were debating earlier about a possible Link short, and it looks pretty similar to the injective chart, Dave. And your feeling was that we could look for shorts here at the 618. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, I have a trend line that I drew that was kind of very close to it, similar to the STMX short.
Okay. Do you want to show us quickly? Just show us your version, because I was waiting for a little bit of a push here on Link as a potential short. We just want to see that there's a confirmed downtrend, guys, and then we can play it like that STMX. I'm going to pull up your chart, Dave.
Sure. So one thing that is interesting about the Link chart is that from this low to this high, this fib that I drew here, you can see that when Link had its downturn, it reacted perfectly in the sniper zone, the 618 region. It bounced, and it's forming this new downwards trend line that I'm seeing. And this is on the 4-hour. So we have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. You know, I guess you can consider these some touches, another touch. And then if we go on the 1-hour order block, or the 1-hour time frame, we are sitting on a 45% order block. You know, there's some smaller ones up here, but this is a heavy order block. So I don't know. I'm not keeping up with Link. I know there was some kind of event. Is it over? Like, is that event over and now everyone's selling?
I believe it is.
So if it's, so the event happened, right? And that's probably what caused this big pump, and the event is over, and that's probably why we're seeing some dumps. So I like seeing these kind of downtrends. You know, that's what we just saw on STMX, and it looks very similar. You know, so it looks like it's going to do one of these numbers.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking. And that's from here, that's a 6% move. But we also have this trend line. And I think that's probably where it will stop, is maybe like right here, take profit, and then, hey, it might bounce and have another breakout. But for now, on the short term, it looks like a nice short setup. Obviously, if it breaks the trend here, you know, the trade's invalidated. But for now, we're bumping against a wall.
So there's a couple of guys in the research groups as well in the mornings. They also quite like a Link short. So they're seeing downside in Link. They didn't give areas that they like it in, but they just do see downside in Link here. So yeah, I mean, Link was front running this whole move that we had over the last few days. So to me, it makes sense that it might turn over first and then just be a lead.
Yeah, and if you guys want a precision entry, I think at the very top of the trend line in this order block, where you can see my mouse is pointing, 7.740 looks like a precision entry. So if you're not in the short and you're interested in it, this might be a good area to set an alert. So,
guys, who's lonely without the music? Let us know. I'm feeling very lonely without the music. It feels like I'm sitting in a cave. There's an echo in this box. And no, it's very lonely without the beats, guys. I see JJ Doc said it. Where was his comment? Shit, this is what he's loving the silence. He doesn't like the party music in the morning. He feels like he needs to do a few extra things in the morning.
It's funny because I'm not a fan of that kind of music, but I'm missing it too. So it's like, hey, I want to bounce to something.
So I had a special request from one of our viewers that watches all the time, and I often see the request for Bake, B-A-K-E, and I never actually pull it up. So here's a special request coming in hot for Bake. Simon, please remind us who the guest was. Let me just pull in Bake here. So, I mean, I'm assuming Bake is part of this BNB situation and the cake story. Hopefully I'm getting this right. If it's part of Cake Swap or something, or am I way off here, guys? Matt says Bruce must get his guitar out. I agree. There's no copyright on that.
No.
Let's get it out. Okay, so what do we want to do with Bake? Okay, I see this rising trend here. Okay, we've got this trend in play. We want to look for touches here. NM Therapy says Bruce's voice is music to your ears.
I think he means yours.
Okay, so 618 for Bake. Okay, it's always a nice start, guys, when you see these alts respecting 618s. It makes life a lot easier. So look out for that type of stuff. Okay, 618, good. And then right now it is in a support zone. It's a support band here. Let's see if it's a 382. Okay, so 382 is holding it up currently. So if you're a Bake fan, if it holds this 382, I think, you know, it would make sense to start drifting up to this area, but I'd look for that rejection even just outside. And I think at some point you come here and you visit this this lower region again. So yeah, that's all I got for Bake. This is the 200-day MA that it's playing on. You can see bangs high, bangs low. Yeah, support 200-day MA, 382 horizontal right now, but it's tight. It's just hanging on to it. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. Could move up, could move down, guys. Just be tight stops there if you want to be long. The Bake token is a native BEP20 token on the platform. Okay. Oh, did TRB just dump? No, not yet. He's watching 5-minute candles. King Farouk. Yeah. The dump is like 10% in our world. The 5-minute candle, well, we're laughing now. Wait, we look back in 5 minutes, TRB's down at 36 or something.
Okay. I think he's picked up the hint.
Okay, so, but he might have the last laugh. Let's see if this thing falls over. Okay, lever is pumping hard. Okay, Bruce, what setups do you have here for us today?
A couple, actually. I was watching TRB. Am I on? Am I chart on?
Let me pull you up. Yeah.
Yeah. So obviously TOMO is not a trade I would take yet, but I promise I'll always report on it. For those of you who picked up this on support right there, you probably got wicked out because it tanked down so far. That was when the whole market reacted the other day. Came back up, started to reject the trend line. I was pretty certain it was going to come down and retest support here. It didn't. So again, it's right mid-range. So I firmly believe that the right way to work with TOMO is let it come back down to this area to go long, or let it drift on up and take a short from there. So right now, I don't have anything. It looks like it's going to reject off the 382 right there and come down. But we'll just have to wait and see. Nothing certain on that one yet. On another thing that's in the middle of nowhere, so Nav was asking about BLZ. So this is a chart I posted yesterday. I was tracking this trend down there, but BLZ had bounced off of this support area and either was going to come up and reject, and I would find it really compelling if it does, since it's on a pretty confirmed downtrend and trends will continue until they don't. I was actually looking for this red one right there. That comes up to this resistance area, trend line, and take a short from there. That's about 10%. And at that point, when I marked up the chart yesterday, the other one was that it was going to break through here and you could catch a short on the retest there down to there, or wait until this thing hit this area and take a long from there. So right now, again, we've got to let this one play out to determine which trade it's going to be. I'm pretty certain that it's going to be this red one. So actually, let me ditch this because this seems to be invalid now. So I would personally wait for this to bump up against trend line / support resistance area, and then pick up a short from there. And the other one I'm looking at is Curve. Curve is also very nicely coming right down into support. Going to meet the trend line right over there, and just above the moving average 50-day. Again, this looks like it'll be a range play. So look for rejection off of support right there, and you're looking at about a 10% pump back to the top of the range. And that's the big stuff that I'm looking at right now.
We were watching this yesterday. This curve.
Yep.
Did we do it with LuxAlgo?
We can do that. Hang on.
I think we were talking about it at LuxAlgo, looking for that order block at 0.047.
Right there. It's right there. Right at 4749 is the top of that order block.
Okay.
And that's what I want. That's what I would wait for.
Bang. Okay. Yep. Guys, yep. I like this a lot. Okay. And even if that's just a bounce, because you can see curve has lost trend if you zoom out. So even if that's just a bounce play, we should get something out of it. Okay, cool. I really like that. 0.47-ish. That's the guy.
Looks good to me. Looks really good to me.
Okay, nice that could be a good one. So guys, two a horizontal order block and a 50-day MA. Let's see.
And a trend line.
And the clouds on LuxAlgo. Clouds have given us an X, first X. Guys, there's a LuxAlgo link in the description.
There it is right there.
you get I think you get 30 days or 30% off if you use the link in the description. So if you're interested in this, grab the link. You can see what we do with it. We use it as Confluence for our setups. It really does help. You know, it's not perfect. Like no trading strategy is perfect, but it does help for Confluence.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I've got an X in the first cloud as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it there too.
Looking good there.
Yeah. Cool. I think that's the one I'm going to start watching for the rest of today.
Rodolfo wants you to zoom in. So can you zoom in for everybody quickly?
I can. You want? I'll go back to the 1 hour. And
guys, actually, let us know in the chats, please, including mine and David's charts. Are our charts too small for you? Do we need to zoom out? I mean, zoom in. Please let us know. I'd hate you guys to sit there squinting at our screen and having to rewind and all sorts of things to rewatch this.
Does that help?
That
the
looks
X
better.
Is right there. You can see it. The little X is right there. I'm looking for this just to come right down into the order. Hold on, let me bring up the order block. See, the order block is right there. Let me mark it to make it really easy. So it's right there. So,
okay, so a lot of comments are saying, a lot of comments, guys, thanks for these comments. A lot of the comments are saying it is a little bit too small. Okay, so, and they say they're mostly unclear. Okay, so just zoom in a little bit more. And guys, let us know, is it my charts in particular or Bruce's or Dave's, or which ones are the unclear ones? Just let us know, please. And we can just sort it out.
Yeah. Is that better? I did full screen just now.
Looks pretty good to me. Yeah, looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, looks good.
Yeah. Okay, so they're talking about quality, all charts. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, well, we'll deal with it. We will deal with it. Okay, I'm going to zoom in more on mine for you as well when I show you charts. Okay.
Yeah, so I would look at an entrance on this.
Rodolfo thought he was getting old. Okay.
Well, that could be too. I'm looking at this at 0.4739 as a decent target area. In other words, one more. You can see it's pump up, reject, up, down, up, down, up. You can see red candles forming. I'd like to see one more little push down, and that would be a nice entrance for me.
Okay, cool. So, guys, what we'll also do to help is to read out the numbers that are on our screen. Hopefully, that'll help you as well.
I would put the stop. Oh, sorry.
Bless you.
Sorry about that, guys. I'd put a stop below that. Sorry, good grief. Below that wick, so we're looking at about a stop at of about 1.69.
That's a nice one.
Okay, I've got a request. I've got a request for Flamingo FLM. I've seen that come up loads in the chat. Market M says it could be the resolution on your PC. Reduce that. Okay, that's a little bit too technical for me. I'm running a Mac M. What is it? A Mac Pro M2. If somebody wants me to know or to tell me what I'm doing wrong here, anyone who understands how Macs work, let me know.
Thanks.
Mornay says, "Bless you, Bruce." Okay,
thank you.
So,
thank you.
nah, I mean, guys, let me know. This is Flamingo. Is this chart blurry for you? Can you not see it? Okay.
It looks great to me. I'm gonna go look. Actually, I'm gonna look on.
Okay.
Dylan, by the way, I'm on YouTube right now, and everything is very blurry. Faces are blurry, charts are blurry.
Adjust the quality because YouTube auto sets quality at 360. So if you go to settings and you can adjust the quality to stream in 720 or 1020, let me know.
Oh yeah, I went in to change it to 1080p, and it looks beautiful now.
Yeah, so guys, often YouTube just automatically sets you with a low stream. It's quite annoying. It happens most of the time for me. Crystal clear for Matt.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, cool, guys.
Everybody,
so just adjust.
Reset your YouTube to 1080p or 720, and you should be okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Guys, Flamingo. This is the 1 hour. Not much going on the 1 hour. We do have the 50-day MA that it's playing around. So we know something's going to happen here. Little triangle here. Maybe some would say it's like a bear flag. So that might be a continuation for lower. But I'd say, yeah, just track these trends either way. This is your safest bet. And that's on the 1 hour on Flamingo. Let's zoom out and see what else we can see. Okay, we might have a 786 here. Yeah. Okay. Loving this 786 down here. Okay, but it does tell me we might want to wick lower. Okay. We've also got that. Okay, so there are support areas I'm looking at here: 0.03 and 0.069. Those are two areas to watch for downside. And then, but the safest way to do this is to play this little triangle here. If you believe it's going to go up, you can buy the lows. So every time you see these moves lower, you can pick up these moves here. And then at some point it's going to break. Okay, if you're bearish, you want to maybe start selling these moves higher, and then you can look for that type of situation. Targets 0.073, 0.07. Targets for a long 200-day MA 0.079. Okay, both ways, both options are in play here. Frank says very lonely. Arvin says Bitcoin short. Let's take a look at Bitcoin update. Let's see. Okay, so you can see Bitcoin's in a fight here, guys. This is the 15-minute chart that we like to watch. You saw what happened there. It pumped in, got a massive rejection originally. It's gone back for more. Is that the end now, Dave? What do you think here, Dave?
I'm leaning more towards yes, to be honest. What we've seen is the U.S. market loves to send it down. Maybe that this morning it was a little fake out.
And the U.S. market is red today. Let's see. The Dixie is turning down though. Okay. Dominance still pushing up. Okay, so bulls are going to say this is merely a flag for BTC for more upside. Okay. Bears are going to say, well, we're not done. This thing's coming down. Target if we come down, guys. This trend, I'm watching this trend very closely here. 27,500, that sort of region. Next level, we lose that trend. We're watching the 618 down here. 26,900. Those alts are going to get wrecked if we get that low. Okay, remember, these alts have hardly moved. BTC's pumped 2 or 3%. These alts have just stayed there. So, you know, if BTC reverses now, there might be some pain. I would expect dominance to keep climbing, perhaps, as well. So that could be interesting. Upside targets, if we blow through this flag, 786 is coming, 28,300. That's the next zone. And then we might be looking at these highs, 28, call it 28,600. Might be the next area. So, okay, we'll keep watching this flag here. Okay, Crypto Bull wants DYDX. Guys, if you've got something ready to go, tell us. Nakamoto Games, Daily, RSI topped, Upper Cloud hugged. X appeared from previous. Simon is giving us a LuxAlgo from the chats here. There will be an epic short coming soon on LuxAlgo. Now, I know Nakamoto Games, I think you can only trade spot. So he's buying and selling spot Nakamoto Games based on, I think it's the daily on LuxAlgo for Nakamoto Games. So if you're interested in those type of trades, Simon is doing them in the Banter Discord. Every day he's updating. So if you're not on the Banter Discord, you need VIP access, get in there. You need one of our links, any one of the Banter links. If you've got a Banter link or you're part of the school or whatever, you should get access to the VIP. If you're not, sign up to one of the links below. I've also got a CoinW link, guys, and that's for the US residents. There's no KYC on that, I believe. Hey, Bruce? Bruce, you're still muted. You're still muted, Bruce.
Sorry, guys. I didn't want to sneeze in your faces anymore. Yeah, CoinW people are really enjoying it. It's okay. It's a little simpler interface, and a lot of people like it a lot.
Okay, so guys, there's a CoinW link in the chat. Yep. You can trade futures with it, right, Bruce? Yep. Margin, futures, yep. Perpetual.
No KYC. Okay. Yep.
So no KYC, guys. The Americans, this is your opportunity. Okay, let's get these Americans trading with us. So CoinW for the Americans, and we got Bitget for the UK and the Canadians. Bitget are giving you that special. You put in $100, you get $100 as well. You put in 50, you get 50. Okay, guys, so there's a lot of action here. Bitget is obviously margin and futures, and then CoinW the same. And no KYC, well, that's a bonus, obviously, especially for the Americans. Okay, Dave K wants to know what's Dave looking at today.
All right.
And what are you looking at today? Are you going to tell us?
Yeah, if you want to send me share the screen there.
Guys, I miss this music. I need this music back.
I know.
It's so annoying. Okay, I'm going to dig around for some music that we can maybe use while we're waiting in the meantime.
Okay. Can you guys see my screen there?
Yeah.
Okay. So with where the market's at right now, I'm not 100% confident in which way it's going to go, whether we're going to bounce up or down. I'm leaning more towards Bitcoin being at a rejection level, and with the dominance going up that Dylan just showed you guys, that means altcoins are going to bleed. You can see majority of the watch list, majority is red, with the exception of a few here like AAVE and STMX. So one token I've been looking at a lot on is Spell, and I haven't given any calls on Spell, and you can see why. It's just been no movement, and there's really not much of a change from yesterday. So here's what I'm seeing on the 8-hour. We got this trend line, potential trend line anyways. We have a heavy order block here, three order blocks, but this is the one that I'm looking at with the 618, the sniper zone region. And how did I get this fib level here? Well, let me go ahead and click this here. So from the bottom to the top. Okay. Is there music playing in the background?
Do you like that?
He's trying to bring someone.
I'm like, is there a commercial going on in the back?
Yeah.
Okay, continue. We got some beats. We'll work with this.
Okay, we'll work with it. All right, so from the bottom to the top, we got the 618 region, and you can see how it's been reacting to it, right? It touched, it bounced. It touched, it bounced. It tried to go below it, it bounced, right? So we're kind of getting to the point on Spell that there's like a decision-making point here, whether we're going to go down as a descending triangle or up. I'm feeling more of a long on Spell, and the target would be, drawing from the top to the bottom. This would be the target here. So this is a long setup. I'm looking at it. Looks really, really nice. TRB was the other one. It's still in this trend, guys. So like I know somebody said TRB is dumping, but you can see it's still kind of holding this trend here, and then we have this order block down here. So I'm not out of the trade yet, but again, I'm kind of leaning towards some shorts, and if the shorts play out, I'm probably going to get out of TRB. So but yeah, this STMX short, I entered it. It looks great. I think it's going to go down. This looks very similar to Link. We just talked about it. We sent an alert up here. So keeping it simple, couple shorts, couple longs, set your stops. And that way, if the market decides to pump, well, we get stopped out of our shorts, but we end up making for those losses on the longs, and vice versa. If the market dumps, we get stopped out of the longs and we bank profits on the shorts, which I'm still holding the 𝗵𝗵 short. And, I've been trying to identify a couple other setups here. So, Arbitrum still holding strong here. I drew this out yesterday. It's still holding this 618 sniper zone region here. It's like a magnet, and the longer we stay here and we still hold this trend line, I'm still expecting an upside move on Arbitrum. And I know Ran is bullish on Arbitrum. He thinks it's going to go past $1, and I agree. Let's see, IMX still, like we talked about it 3 days ago, it's just sitting here, and it's like that on a lot of these tokens.
Yeah.
So we've got to be patient and see how it goes. I saw WLD. I know some people took some longs, and there's some people in some trades right now, but I drew this out this morning. Kind of a funky trend line, but you can see here there's like multiple touches here, a touch here. I tried to line it up with, I think it was on the 4 hour where it looked more perfect. But yeah, some kind of trend line here. And if it holds, you know, the 618 region here, I set a personal alert right here at 1.485. So what I'm expecting is if Bitcoin does have that dump, let's see here, from, you know, it'll probably do something like this, kind of bounce on this, and if it's bullish, it'll come back up here, which I think a good target would be around 1.72 again. So I'm not in the trade right now. I think it's kind of you know, in the middle of nowhere. Yes, we have this nice order block. It's what, 45%, so pretty heavy order block. But with where Bitcoin is leaning towards, if you know, if that rejection does play out, it's probably going to feed into this order block and then reclaim very quickly. So, which is why I have an alert set here. So if you guys want to set an alert with me, let's do it. I don't know why it's not showing, but I'll set it again. Long alert at 1.48. And sometimes that's what it is, guys. We have to set our alerts. We have to wait. Sometimes when we have these live sessions, there might not be something immediately that we could take. But here today, we have the STMX short staring at us in the face.
It's nice to have something ready to go. But guys, also remember, like, we watch so many tokens. It's impossible, like for me, for example, to be in every trade. I'll get absolutely rinsed either way. I mean, imagine I took every single trade that I look at all day. I look at 30, 40 charts a day. So it's also like a struggle. We need to be very selective with what we take, you know. But you know, there's sometimes great setups. If I'm already in 2 or 3 positions, I don't want to add and take another position, because if things go the wrong way, then you start getting hurt.
No, for sure. So just to kind of zoom in here a little bit closely, you can see here at the order block, this bottom wick here. There's a bottom wick here as well. Another bottom wick, a bottom wick. So this is like nice support, but from where we're at right now, all the way down to this lower wick is an 8% move, guys. So even at 5x leverage, if Bitcoin has a small dump and, you know, WLD comes with it, you're going to be staring at like a negative 40% PNL and then hoping that it comes back up. So for me personally, I'm more about being picky and precision entries, which sometimes you'll get upset about. Like, you know, the gala is short. Like, we should have took it at this live session yesterday and the live session before that. But we were like, man, let's wait for it to come back to the moving average. But that's just how the game goes sometimes. We just got to move on to the next setup here. But yeah, this looks really nice. Yeah.
Try and stick to the same consistent process every time. You know, if you don't short something on the first touch, don't make an exception. Just don't do it. Just wait for your setup to play out.
Exactly. Another thing to keep in mind too, guys, if you guys are in a long, I know Craig took a long too, and we don't visit this trend line down here, you're probably going to want to take your profits at this trend line that's forming here, right? So we have at the very top, we have basically 1, 2, 3, 4 touches. So there's probably going to be some kind of touch here. And I would imagine 1.65, pay attention to that, see if it breaks the trend. If it does, this is a nice TP right here, like I said, at 1.73. But if it doesn't break the trend, then that might actually be a nice short back into this order block. So if we were to take a measuring tool from this trend line down here to the order block again, that's a 10% move. So you could actually be playing this token up and down and scalping it. But for now, this is what I'm seeing on WLD. We are bottomed out on the 8-hour stochastics. So, you know,
Okay.
That's my
guys,
analysis.
I've got requests here. GRT, Solana, STG, SXP, and Fahad wants CSPR, Casper. I used to play in that thing. Sure, I think I might have even bought the top of that thing at some point. When was this around here? In May. It might have been last year sometime. Okay, so let's take a look at this Casper situation. This is Casper trading on MEXC. and gate, I think. I didn't see any others. Let's look at a trend. That's not very helpful. How's this weird music?
I like it. What is this called? Lo-fi.
I'm playing the standard music that came with the streaming platform that we use here at Banter. I keep getting flagged for that music I use for a copyright situation, even though it's already been sorted out that it's not copyrighted. I keep getting flagged. So I wonder if it's somebody in the chats that doesn't like the music and they keep reporting it or something. Could be one of those. But that is a possibility. So let's see. Because you're only allowed non-copyright music, obviously, and we're quite strict about that. Okay, CSPR, CSPR. Downward channel. This is normally turns into a bullish setup, obviously, guys. So you get these situations, up, down, up, down, up, down, but eventually it turns and then you get a nice mega move out of these things. So there's no trade here for me now. It's in the middle of this little wedge right now. So either wait for lower, either wait for this lower move here, or wait for this push up and break. I wouldn't do anything here. It's too uncertain right now in this current zone. So hopefully that helps you there. Let me just zoom in for you a little bit. This is the daily chart, guys. So slow mover. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. I'm saying we are mid-range right now. Either want lower for the bounce. You want to break higher, you trade that longer. Okay, so that's the plan there. SXP. This looks interesting, guys. 618, 50-day.
Yeah.
Horizontals. Okay. Looks nice.
Yeah.
We need to see where BTC is going to settle. Oh, see, BTC's come all the way back down. Look at that. Would you look at that? Dominant stance.
Let's go.
Incredible.
STMX short looking nice.
Is it? Bang. Okay.
Yep.
So STMX is on its way down.
Just started moving.
Come on, baby.
People are asking, Dylan, people are asking where the TP is.
So chat. The TP for me is, let's call it TP2, would be this 50-day MA down here. So that would complete this move, if you can see this trend.
I like that. Yeah.
Okay, so you can see my thinking behind it if this plays out. But to be safe, you probably just want to grab some fib retracements from the low. So let's see what we have. So you might want to look at the 618 here. So 0.0063. That could be a TP place. The 786 could be a TP place at 621. And then, but I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't visit this 50-day down here. Look at this.
I'm with you on that.
12-hour. Okay, that's coming across nicely here. So yeah, it could be a nice one, guys. Maybe this is a great short. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see how it plays out. Okay, and then if not, guys, I mean, it's turned over now, so you could put your stop above those highs now, I would say.
Yep.
Let's see. This is the 4-hour.
Yeah, even if you guys think you're late on STMX, I mean, it's still nice from the last top of the wick there. That's 2.4%.
So look, there's nothing to say it's not going to come retest again. Yeah.
They can still do that. Okay, because now you get late shorters, so they come up quickly just to flush you out, and then they'll send it again. Okay, so often when it starts moving down like that, people start shorting late, and then they just clean you out quickly and send you back down. So just be aware of these little games. Okay, what else we got? STG was a question. Stargate, is it? Something like that? Okay, weekly level, big weekly level, guys. Huge. These are weekly candles here. Okay, it's dipping into a big weekly level. So, yeah, 0.44, 0.42 to 0.43 could be a very nice buy zone for STG if it's still a project, guys. If it's not falling over and going to zero, if there's still people behind it, you might be able to trade it. So, look for this move down here. Call it 4.3, that area. But anyway, sort of in this big band, it's a weekly zone. So you should get a reaction. Okay, should get a reaction. not you will, you should. And then next area is very low, 35s. So yeah, it's over there, or it's 35s. Much better looking alts out there though, really.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and there was a request for Solana. We did cover Sol. I'll show you guys again. I think we covered Sol. My target for Sol is still that 22 region. I don't want to jump in too early. If we get a bounce for Sol at 22, I'm in. You can see why, guys. There's also an alarm on the Banter Discord for you on Sol 22. I'm in there for a bounce. If we miss that, it's the 200-day MA running here lower down at 21, and then we got the big one that I really like here, 20.2. I think we could get a lovely bounce there. So there could be some nice trades here on Sol coming up, guys.
Yep.
Okay, guys, chat time. What am I missing for you? I've covered 4 of your chats. Matt says Rollbit's cooking. Rollbit's a good one. I mean, we need to talk about Rollbit and Unibot more often. Rollbit's making money. It's a gambling platform, basically. Yep. They make money out of what they're doing. It's actually, so fundamentally, there is something here other than a lot of these shit coins is just pure hot air and speculation. These guys actually make something. So let's look here. Yeah, some might call this a little cup and handle. Yeah. Some might say it is looking bullish, Matt. I agree with you 100%. Yeah, this looks good, guys. This looks good.
Yep.
Okay, this is going to be nice support. You want this? Ooh, this will be good. I don't even know where you trade Rollbit. Looks like Uniswap. Okay, so this is a plan for Rollbit, guys. Look for this pop into the 618. Okay, where you should see a rejection. Let it come back and look for support. Then you can buy there. Okay. If you are desperate to be in it, maybe zoom in on a lower time frame. See where their support's forming now in 15 minutes, 1 hour, that sort of thing. If you find that there is support and you want to play a little breakout of a trend deeper in, then maybe you can front run that move a little bit and get into it. But this setup is looking a little bit bullish to me. So I've got a feeling something will happen. Just look out for the rejection though, because again, guys, this is major resistance. But it is like sort of like a cup and handle, and they often turn out to be quite bullish movers.
Someone's asking for LQTY, which I took a look at.
Okay, bring it up there, Bruce.
Sure. Very similar to what you just took a look at Rollbit. It's exactly the same. It seems to be a newer token. This is the daily chart, by the way, where in the downward trend spiking up, and it seems to have respected this level at least somewhat. Keeps spiking through it, but right now it's at basically at resistance right there and right about that trend line. But it's got a double bottom right over there, and it's broke above the 50-day moving average, which is new data, but it'll work for now. So just like with Rollbit, if this manages to break through and retest, you'd have a pretty nice entry right over there. So that's something worth looking at.
Nice, Bruce.
Yeah, and that's on the daily.
Nice.
Yep.
I got a request. Somebody wants to short ARK. Let me show you this chart. There's not much information on ARK here, guys.
Yeah.
Guys, this I'm really missing our music. Wow. Okay, 618. If you want a short ARK, there's your 618 rejection. There's not much information on this chart. This is obviously quite a new project here.
Great.
But that's where we are. Play Moonlight Sonata on 2xp.
That cracks me up. That's so funny.
Yeah, no, it's a problem without this track. I feel like I've lost something. Okay, so ARK is at resistance, guys. Okay, so what we can see on ARK is it's setting up more shorty than longy right now. You can see this zone, trend over here, trend over here, trend over here. So look for this rejection up there. I definitely don't disagree. I think it is shortable. Who asked this question? Design identity. Yeah, design identity. Well spotted. I think it could play out nicely. Eyes on BTC here. If BTC carries on, oh, look at this. Hey, wasn't this beautiful?
Ooh.
Are we logging this, Dave?
I mean, like I said, it's longs and shorts. I'm in both. So
it hasn't hit the bottom of the Keltner channel yet. This BTC.
Yeah, I don't know what the market makers' plans are, but
okay, let's see. Maybe they go back again. Okay, I see ETH is losing the 618. Okay, GRT. Yeah, GRT was on a good level, guys. Let's see if it's still on that good level. Okay, here we go. So GRT might be losing this area. So this area was really well respected on that last dump. Look at that. They bought that up beautifully. 50-day MA rejection. Bang. Straight down. Okay, guys. 50-day MA, 382 trend. Odds are if you bang into that, it's going to reject. Okay. Nice landing. We're playing with this wick at the moment. I think we might get a look at the 618 here. 0.084. Look for that. 0.084. We zoom in. Okay, if you guys can see that, I'm looking at this 0.084 region as a possible wick down there. And then next zone, you probably got your 786, hopefully tying in with one of these wicks here. That's a little bit deeper. Okay, we'll have to see. If we get that far, we'll have to see how it plays out. But we don't have much tie in here. So I like to see a few things tying in. I don't have much help there for that 786. But yeah, for now, 618 or this current region could hold there. If that was the BTC reversal, then these alts should be okay now. Did I miss LINA? Tim, no, you didn't miss LINA. Let's do LINA. LINA was also at rejection. Resistance. Oh, yeah. Okay. Same story, guys. We saw these setups playing out everywhere yesterday. The breakdown, the retest, pump up. Okay. Same story. 50-day MA a little bit higher, 618 a little bit higher. But right here, it hit the trend 786. And yeah, so far bearish, just heading down. I would say we want to test this wick at least. Otherwise, we're going back down here, guys. Again, courtesy of how BTC is going to play this one. Let's see dominance. Dominance still strong. Guys, the minute we see this dominance turn over, and you see the alts in good areas, and that dominance starts turning, and you're seeing things like GRT where it is now, and whatever's sitting, SXP, whatever's sitting in a good area, when you see this dominance start turning over, even on the 1 hour, you could probably start having a go there. So just watch that dominance. It's doing way too much right now. It's way too pumped. Satyajit says, different music. Are you happy about that? Let us know if you're happy about that or not. DYDX we did cover. FXS looking pretty solid. Guys, we're gonna take two more and then we're gonna jump. Let's look at this FXS.
Nice candle.
XS. I don't even remember trading it. Well, it looks like we got the short right, whenever that was. We had this trend there. Okay, so we got a channel coming down. Jesus, music's intense. Okay, support. Okay, could get a bounce here. The science. Okay, so yeah, guys, this is a reaction zone. Okay, it's dumped. I want to pull out some LuxAlgo here. Okay, what do I like about this? I like that it's dropping into a support area. There's been a shit ton of selling. Okay, it's now dropping in and it's reacting in the 786 zone. So that's a start. Okay, that is something interesting. Big order block, red order block. Okay, the red is bigger. If you want it to bounce, the way Simon's explained it to me is you actually want the red band to be bigger. So that's a good sign. I'm sure Matt will comment on this too. He's quite organized there as well. I'll go. Okay, so we got a thicker red band. We've got a 786. We got horizontals. Let's see what LuxAlgo says with the cloud. Let's look at the 1 hour cloud. Okay, we still got an order block there on the 1 hour, and we are dipping into the cloud. We are still short. Okay, we are still printing a short. Let's make sure the settings are right. Guys, there's a LuxAlgo link in the description. I think the 30 days are free if you want to try it out. It is a paid thing. There is free LuxAlgo stuff on TradingView. We are using the paid version for what we do. If you are interested, sign up on the link in the description. You should get some kind of sign up bonus there, and test it out. See if you like it. Okay, so this thing's short. We are now drifting into long country. We want to see an X print. Okay, so we want to see these X's print, guys, but I think this is looking like it's going to reverse at some point. You can see the 1 hour stock is also over there. Let's look at the LuxAlgo oscillator. Let's see what that's doing. I'm getting slightly better at this, listening to Simon all the time. Okay, so here, a little bit more on the oscillator. You can see this oscillator down here wants to just do a little bit more. We want to see it start turning. Okay, when we see it start turning like this guy over there, we had this last time it started turning, then we started getting this move up. Okay, so give this a little bit more time. I'd say this is Friday. Yeah, give it till like maybe tomorrow. Keep your eyes on this thing. Maybe ladder into a position, but this is potentially the bottom of this move, potentially. So it could start turning. Keep your eyes on that oscillator because then it wants to come back up, and then the price should come back up with it.
Dylan, what's the distance to the trend line?
That's tiny, 3.5. So
yeah,
I would say you want to play the trend line and horizontal. So that would be the target there. So 5.57 is your first target for the bounce. Okay, let me clean this chart up. Okay, but yeah, this could be nice, guys. Watch that little oscillator there. Watch how it turns up. And I mean, Simon says this LuxAlgo pays for itself every single month with his trades. But you got to commit to it. You've got to spend some time on it. You've got to understand it. You've got to watch the topics. There's videos on it. You can obviously watch us and what we do on it. But yeah, I mean, I've fast-tracked my learning by listening to Simon in these sessions. So, yeah, it's very helpful. Okay, guys, final closing summary on where we are and what are we watching for the next 24 hours. I'm going to watch FXS. I like this thing. I'm going to watch Curve. Curve's coming into our zone. So CRV, FXS for me. Gala, that's cracking on. That's nice. STMX must go to hell now. We must send this thing down. So I'm still watching that. Guys, Sol, I'm watching Sol at 22. I'm probably going to have a go at 22 if we get the opportunity. And TRB, I'm watching it right here, guys. You can see it's still holding support. So this could be your nice, tight, aggressive entry if you want. If you're anticipating that this is the low, and then we're going to get that move, this is your aggressive entry with your tightest possible stop. Yeah, that's it for me. And then dominance, my eyes are on dominance. I want to see this turn over. And then BTC, well, now, guys, we're watching this trend. Okay. If this carries on like this, we didn't recover there at all. I'm looking at this trend, and I'm looking at this 618 lower down. So that's pretty much it from my side. Dave, Bruce?
I'm noticing a couple of questions, things like how can I take my first trade? In Discord, we have a lot of AMAs. I'll be running one in an hour and a half. That's exactly what they're for. Come on over, ask your questions. We'll take a look at your charts. The idea is it's teaching you how to do this by yourself. So that's a great place to ask a question.
Teacher Bruce in the house. Nice.
There you go.
Okay, guys, and a reminder, the Americans who can't trade with these accounts, that's CoinW. That's the one. They've given me a link for you. CoinW, you know, there's no KYC, and you can trade your futures and things. I'm watching this BTC while I'm talking here. It's still coming south. That's not a good look. Okay, guys, we're out of here. See you tomorrow again. I'm on Sheldon Show tomorrow, and then we live again.
Yep.